Google is already using SOPA-like censorship, and it's totally proven here. Web giant blacklists websites, follows government orders to remove material. Despite Google's much heralded support for the anti-SOPA movement, the web giant is already enforcing SOPA-like policies of its own, blacklisting legitimate websites from its news aggregator, following government orders to remove material from its search results in YouTube. We've also confirmed that they block our view counters going up, but then with establishment stuff, they don't block the view counters. We've confirmed that. Before I was like, no, it's a normal caching issue. Yeah, they're covering censorship with that. As major internet giants joined forces yesterday to protest legislation that would hand the U.S. government power to arbitrarily seize websites with no legal process under the pretext of copyright infringement, Google slapped a black censorship image over its logo and urged people to sign an anti-SOPA petition. This was accrued over 5 million signees. However, Google's main issue with SOPA is seemingly not related to the concerns about Chinese-style web censorship becoming commonplace, but rather which entity gets to wield those powers, large transnational corporations or governments that are now footstools to them. While Google criticized SOPA publicly, it is already privately using SOPA-like powers to unfairly marginalize legitimate web content. Google News is a content aggregator that allows users to search thousands of news sources for relevant stories. Although the aggregator includes a plethora of obscene, occasionally offensive, and barely read websites, in November 2010, Google took the decision to delist PrisonPlanet.com and Infowars.com from its index news sources. Infowars.com alone is internationally recognized news website and gets more traffic than MSNBC and many other big sites combined, and innumerable other big mainstream news websites. Our articles routinely are featured on the Drudge Report, which itself is renowned as the primary agenda-setting news website in the United States, driving more traffic than the New York Times, Facebook, Twitter combined. We'll be back with more. Yeah, we all have stood together against SOPA, but the real menace is lurking in plain view, and it's the NSA, CIA-created Googler. And, it is a badge of honor that they've delisted us. But, again, because routinely our articles, whatever was the newest and the most popular, it would kind of algorithm those two together, and that would put you at the top. And I guess they didn't like when there was a London bombing that our articles were the top for a week, being read by millions. I guess they didn't like that we were able to win. You put us on the field, and with our analysis and understanding, we were challenging them. And so, bye-bye Infowars.com, bye-bye PrisonPlanet.com, bye-bye. And Google is doing, people say, well, they're a private corporation. No, they've created basically a monopoly, and they operate like it's free and fair. That's why they're getting in antitrust trouble. Continuing, Infowars.com alone is internationally recognized, but it's not listed. We're on XM, over 100 radio stations, award-winning, linked on the Drudge Report, the #1 news site in the world, not just the U.S., and it just goes on. None of that matters. They say we're not media because they're God. And it goes on. Infowars owner Alex Jones is a nationally syndicated radio host whose broadcast appears on ever-expanding list of big radio stations across the country. Jones has been afforded feature profiles on Rolling Stone, New York Magazine, many others, acknowledging the role as a pioneer in world media. Trade publications have said the same thing. Infowars.com is clearly a legitimate and important news website that features original content, which routinely makes an impact and occasionally goes viral. It goes viral every day. It's Watson being understated. And yet Google delisted the websites from its news aggregator on a whim with no explanation provided. Since Google and its owner, Eric Schmidt, are prominent financial contributors to the Obama campaign, we can only assume we were blacklisted for political reasons. They were shutting down videos of Schmidt at Bilderberg. He's like, I don't want that on there. Whether you concur with our political stance or are radically against it, what can't be argued is that we are a legitimate news outfit. But Google has arbitrarily banned us from appearing on their news search results. But it doesn't stop there. There is a clear example of how Google is already enforcing SOPA-like rules of its own choosing. The feds just order things delisted outside of court, without the need for any law to be passed or by any legislative body. And it goes on. In addition, While concerns rage about the state obtaining the power to shut down websites and remove web content with no recourse, Google is already following, we have links to that, orders from the federal government in the majority of cases, removing videos from YouTube platform, including takedowns on the grounds that, quote, videos contain government criticism. Google admits that. Government criticism's taken down. I mean, right there, that's it. Where's all the cause celebs now? I mean, this is already going on. And Microsoft and the rest of them help the communist Chinese censor their people. Google-owned YouTube has complied with thousands of requests worldwide to remove political protest videos that are clearly not in violation of any copyright or national security interest and do not constitute defamation. The number of takedown orders received from Google from authorities based in the United States rose dramatically over the past year, with demands to remove information increasing by 70%. Yeah, they took down our Obama deception when one video had like 9 million views. I threatened to sue them. It suddenly went right back up. I said, we know you took it down. It isn't a hack. I'm going to sue you. You got 24 hours. Boom, right back up. Because I guess they must tap my phone, the government or something, because I was calling the lawyers. I mean, they knew, and it went right back up. And I'm looking at suing you right now. I'm going to be honest, because you're sitting on us. You're blocking us. I don't like it. Let me on the field. I'll clean all their clocks. But you don't want that, do you? You want to keep everybody in the dark, just like you want to block out Ron Paul. It goes through just page after page of example of their wicked censorship. All bibliographed. That's why they hate us, because our articles are all documented. All right, I mean, compared to the corporate dinosaur devil media, our accuracy is off the charts. We try to tell the truth, and we're affecting history. So get this article out to everybody.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?